I'm a warrior.
What do you think are some of the most critical steps Africa needs to take as it is right now with regards to, ensure that energy access and sustainability while supporting economic growth in Nigeria? What do you think are some of the steps that we need to take, as it were?
Okay, thank you for having me. So in terms of steps, there's a broad range of things that can happen or should happen. I mean, Nigeria is already on the policy and governance and doing a lot when it comes to building out sustainable green economy. We have several policies and laws and programs that are geared towards that, especially the ones that have to do with SDG 13, which has to do with climate. But there are three key things I think that should be top of mind. One of them is that we have to reconcile economic growth with environmental protection. I know that there's a lot of pushback around, the rest of the world telling Africa to go green, to use renewable energy. But I don't think that in this day and age, it would make sense for any society, any country, any continent to be building out a system where a lot of their environment and a lot of their climate is degraded. So we must continue to reconcile economic growth with environmental protection. In fact, in the West, where we had all of this growth go on for many years, and the West was able to industrialize using fossil fuel. One of the things that I think is important to remember is that as a result of those things, also in the West, they started putting a lot of protective areas. They would call them parks and green areas where you can't cut down trees, where people have, so they call them national parks. Because they wanted to protect those parts of their environment and not leave it to be destroyed. And those things have now become historical sites where people go, spend money, stay, go and hike, and all of those things. So we must always reconcile our economic growth with environmental protection.
States, I see all that you do with Velox. Amazing stuff you're doing with your company at Velox and all of that. I would like to begin by asking what inspired the journey? What inspired the journey at Velox?
Okay, thank you very much. Well, first, I would like to say that for me, I usually say this everywhere I go, that I am more of an accidental entrepreneur. I never saw myself playing in the real estate sector. I've always liked to be an academia, but then opportunity came and I found myself playing in the real estate space. So, but then when it comes to Velox, I would say that what has driven us up to this point and what is always driving us and keeps driving us is basically our passion and our vision to not only deliver real estate projects, but actually to deliver sustainable real estate projects and making it accessible to Nigerians.
Amazing.